Good morning. Happy Saturday, team. Okay, I've got some awesome news to share with you today. Something that I'm learning out loud, and I just learned this like literally yesterday, so bear with me, but it's something that is really powerful and it's going to change all of our businesses. So those of you who have been with me a long time, you know that our business has just exploded in the last 3.5 years. But I want to give you a little analogy for a minute. Let's pretend that you had the best product on the market, okay? Which we do. But just for a comparison's sake, let's say we had the best hot dogs, like the most delicious, world famous hot dogs. Like there was nothing better. It was best quality in the world. Like everybody who tasted them loved them. They were good for you. They helped you lose weight. Like let's say these hot dogs gave you energy and telling you like everybody loved them. Okay, and so when you first opened up shop, you were on the streets of Manhattan. Okay, so there are literally hundreds of people going out, and you set up shop at the peak time of day when there are the most people. I mean, you couldn't even keep up with business because everybody tasted it. People like went a little bit even out of their way to come and get your delicious hot dog. They started telling people. Business was booming, okay? And you were doing awesome, and so awesome you couldn't even handle business yourself. So you had your friends and family like kind of set up shop right along the streets near you all over, and whoa, hot dogs were flying, okay? So now everything's going awesome, great, nothing changed. Your hot dogs are still phenomenal. The only thing that changed, let's pretend there was like some world mass catastrophe, I don't know, and for some reason Manhattan moved. Let's say they moved over to Philadelphia. I don't know, I'm just making this up, but like Manhattan moved, which I know is weird, but I'm just saying it moved over. But you were so successful in that little corner where you were. You don't want to move. You are staying right there, and the buildings are still there and things are still there, but instead of having hundreds of people walk by every day, you're having like 3. And those 3 still love your hot dogs and they'll still tell people, but there's just not the people that are there anymore. What's going to happen to your business? What about your friends down the street and the people that you've hired to work with you? Are they getting business? Even if you get a couple because you maybe started first, what's happening to them? Nothing changed, right? Nothing changed. Your hot dogs are still just as amazing. You've never stopped working. You are just as passionate. If anything, you're even more passionate. But let's say, okay, so your business just kind of went down a little bit because the people just aren't there anymore, right? And so what do? And then you even have some of your friends, they pack up shop and they just go and they start selling hamburgers somewhere else. They've even quit selling hot dogs. Maybe they don't believe people want them anymore. And you're heartbroken because you feel like you've let them down, right? So I know this is kind of silly, but I want to tell you something about Facebook, okay? When we started, we were told, and what I've done and what I've always done has always worked. And what that is I would post 5 or 6 times a day. I would really promote Plexus. I would share those testimonies. I would do everything, and I'm sharing and I'm explaining and people are buying. And then you join my team and I'm telling you to do the same thing. Like, yes, just share your experience on Facebook. Do this. And then we have all these people sharing Plexus, and we're sharing 8 to 10 times a day, hoping that someone's going to see our posts because we're posting so much. And you know what? For the last 3 years, that's worked beautifully. Are you kidding? I've heard the testimonies I hear just from your businesses are something that inspires me so much. How it's changed my personal family has been phenomenal. But I'm going to be super honest with you. I've been at a loss the last few months. Like, we're just not adding the same amount of people. And I was like racking my brain. What are we doing? Like, why is what I've always been doing just not getting the same results? Well, you know what? I kind of think Manhattan moved. The Facebook algorithms have changed, and we need to change with them. How smart would it be if we picked up our hot dog stand and we went and we moved to Philadelphia, or wherever the people went and moved to, and then guess what? Our business would be booming again. Why? Because people are going to be there. People are going to be seeing it. So what happens with Facebook is things that we did in the past aren't the same. Facebook is actually doing something now more called quantity over, I said that wrong. Quality over quantity. When you're posting 5 or 6 times a day, or 8 to 10 like some of us are doing because you're so passionate, guess what's happening? You're actually competing with yourself and less people are seeing your stuff. Facebook's not showing people our stuff anymore. So I took a little bit of notes because I really want you to get this. This is so important. I'm going to tell you something that I just learned, and you guys, I'm learning right along with you. And when I heard this yesterday, it's from the Heilig Leadership Academy. I'm telling you, it was like a light bulb because my numbers have personally been reflecting this. We used to add hundreds of people to our team a month. The last few months, we've added less than 50, and I'm telling you, that can be discouraging, but my thing is, I know our products work. I know they're amazing. I will never give up. I'm just going to keep trying to figure it out, and if we've got to rebuild, we've got to rebuild. But I think I'm pretty positive this was kind of my aha moment. And it was like a light bulb went off and I thought, whoa, okay, this is what's happening. We need to understand how the algorithm works. And I'll be honest, I didn't know what algorithm meant, but here's what it means. It's basically a score. Whenever you post something on Facebook, Facebook actually gives it kind of a score. And the number one way, there's actually thousands of factors into it, but the number one way of getting it is engagement. If you post something on Facebook and if there's no engagement on it, well, chances are either people are not interested in what you're saying or they're not seeing what you're saying. Even if you have phenomenal content, people just are not seeing it. And so I want to tell you a little bit on how to get some more engagement. And by engagement, I'm talking about views, likes, shares, and comments. Okay, those are the things that we're looking to get. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, we need to be posting something a little bit more generic, okay? And I've heard this before. This is more like curiosity marketing, even if we've already talked about Plexus. And I'm not saying that you can never talk about Plexus. You watch me and you're going to see I still do, especially when we have a sale or something like that. But we, again, want quality over quantity. Is that right? Yes. We want more value versus the amount of time we do it. So you want it to be a little bit generic in nature. So think of it like this. You're your own TV channel. Your Facebook page, you're a business owner. So you have total control of what you show on your TV show, okay? And so if you're an infomercial 24/7 and all you're doing is Plexus, 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 bum, 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 people are tuning you out. Like, think about it. Would you watch an infomercial for the hot dogs 24 hours a day? No, you wouldn't. You turn that out. And that's what's happening. Our friends and families are tuning us out a little bit. But when you post something that's more personal and you can share it in there, but I would say I've even been trying a little bit to be saying health supplements, or I'm so glad I found something to balance my sugar, like kind of describing it so that people will ask why. And something just to let you know, Julie McNeely showed me a post of one of her new ambassadors who lost 166 pounds, by the way, which phenomenal. She's been on our team for like a year and just hasn't really shared the products, but has had amazing results, and I didn't even know it. So she's ready to start sharing, and guess what? She made her post and she had a big picture of the triplex and this and that, and I told her, you might want to take that out of it and use the word health supplement. Like, yes, I've been doing this, but here's my other secret weapon. It's a health supplement I've taken. And guess what? When she says that, she's going to have a lot of people saying, okay, what is it? Tell me more, blah, blah, blah. Whereas if they just see the word Plexus, they may think they already know what it is and they may tune you out. So you want to make sure for every, maybe he said 10 posts, just talk about your company maybe 2 times, okay? So go back, look at your Facebook post and look how many times you've talked specifically about Plexus, and you may wanna work on that, okay? So how do we get some more engagement? Well, you guys, this can apply to any kind of post, whether it's a picture, a video, just a post, whatever it is. And a whole nother video will talk about the content to share. Of course, you wanna be more personal, but you also want to have a lot of engagement. So quality over quantity, okay? So let me see. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. So here's what I'm going to talk to you about, okay? Something he's calling the 10-10 formula. And this is huge, so don't tune me out right now. I'm telling you, you're going to want to hear this, okay? Here's what he says. Here's how to work the algorithms. Okay, 10 minutes before you post. And even live video is probably the best way to do this, but with any post, 10 minutes before you post, this is the first part of the 10-10 formula, you want to start engagement. You want to get on there and you want to start commenting and being active on Facebook 10 minutes before. Now listen, I'm not talking about scrolling. Scrolling actually hurts you. What Facebook does is they actually reward people that are active, that are genuinely using Facebook. They actually track everything we do, like the videos that you watch, how you comment, they're tracking it all. So if you're just like, bum, but you're not, like, the Facebook can tell if you're just scrolling, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about actual engagement. And the best way to do this is with people that you consider high prospects. There's actually a way you can make a list, and you can write it down, or you can actually do it right through Facebook. You can actually make specific friends lists, and I'll have to put a video in here. Julie Felpel made one, and it was eye-opening. But you can actually click that list, and it'll just bring up the people that are your prospects and read their posts. Actually take a moment, read them. I mean, this formula right here can literally just take you 20 minutes a day, but it's going to be so powerful for you. So comment if she posted a video, watch it for a few minutes, watch the videos and do things and be active with those people that you want to see your posts. If you do that, Facebook's going to consider you somebody that is social. So that's the key. You want to be social on social media. So be social, be active, especially with those prospects that you want to see your video. And so think about this. When you post something, if you're not getting any engagement, like I said, chances are people aren't seeing it or they're not interested. But even if you do get tons of engagement, because honestly, I do get some good engagement, but what opened my eyes is who is engaging. It's mostly other Plexus people or my teammates. That's wonderful, but that's not really the goal. The goal is to get other people outside of the ones that are already on my team or already with the company. You want to get people, brand new people, okay? So you want to be active with them, and chances are if you do that, Facebook will show them your video, and I promise you, if you start engaging with them, they'll probably start engaging with you. Okay, so you want to do that first, 10 minutes prior to whatever you're going to post on Facebook. Start engaging with people and being active, okay? So let's test this out. I cannot wait to test this out. I actually did, and I don't know if they're on here, but I actually, before I did this, I picked 3 people, and I was like, I'm going to see, I want them to see this video, so I commented, I'm going to go back and see if they're on here. Okay, so that's the first thing you do, and then you want to make your video, whatever you're doing, make your video. And again, in different posts we'll talk about content because you want to add value to people, okay? You do want to you want to educate people or entertain people or empower people. You want to focus more on giving than just trying to get a sale and receiving. Because if you do that, the more you give and people know that you care and you're actually adding value, well then they're going to genuinely care to see what you're posting, and they're going to start sharing with others, or they're going to start following you. You can actually start gathering a following if you're doing it the right way, and that'll be another post. However, so the second part of the 10-10 formula, first part we want to be social. The second thing is we want to be strategic. So what this means, and this is so powerful, I was like, oh, okay, I don't do this, I need to do this, is immediately after you post something, you want to get engagement. Facebook actually tests it, and I didn't know this. So the first 15 minutes after a post are vital. If the more comments, likes, shares immediately, that's going to show Facebook, oh, this is actually a valuable post. People want to see it. They kind of test it real quick for 15 minutes. And if people don't see it, they basically take it down. And people just aren't seeing it anymore because there's only so much room. And if you're constantly posting new stuff, you're actually competing with yourself. So immediately when you're done with your video, you want to go back and you want to comment back to everybody who has commented. So I see Jackie says, hey, and let's see if I have any other comments on here. Good morning. Hey, Amy. Okay. So those are pretty generic, but you know what I need to do as soon as this video is over, now this is a team page, so it's a little bit different, but if this were my regular timeline, what I need to do is I need to go back to Jerry who commented on my post, and I need to say, hey, Jerry, thank you so much for watching. So tell me something that you've done to help you with your Facebook posts. Do you see how I asked them a question? I'm engaging. I want to have a real conversation. Don't just say, thank you, nice. you too, don't do that. Don't say something that's going to stop it right there, because if you do, it's going to end there. But if you get a conversation going with each person, that is going to just explode the engagement, and Facebook's going to show it to more people because they're going to think, whoa, this is something that's valuable. People want to see, they're interested. And so on top of that, if you have a really great post with tons of likes and views and engagement and it's just going, don't post anything else the rest of the day. Let it be, because again, you're competing with yourself if you do something different. Okay, so there's a little tip. Remember, quality over quantity, okay? So let's see if that's it. Be patient. Okay, here's the other thing. Okay, so some of us are thinking, well, Amy, guess what? I've been doing this already, and I've been doing it the old way, and it's working just fine for me. Well, you know what? Look at the people, like I said, and look and see who is commenting and who's doing this, and are those really people you want? Are those the people you want seeing your stuff? Okay, or maybe you're saying, I don't get anybody on there. Like, there's no comments. How can I do any engagement if there's nobody there? Well, again, it may be the quality, it may be the content that you're doing. We want to empower, educate, and entertain people, but do some kind of call to action. So I saw this morning, actually, Dominique talking with the Black Friday, or it's Small Business Saturday today, and I was really impressed that she did this. So instead of just saying, here's my promotion, she talked a little bit about it, and then she said, what are your Black Friday specials? I'd love to hear what you're doing. Post your link below. Ask a question, do some kind of call to action, and get people to comment or share, or if you're asking, especially if you're wanting to help them in some way, or just ask them something about themselves, get some kind of engagement. And again, you want to have real life conversations on your page. And here's something else I didn't know. He says the best way to build a relationship is actually in your comments and their comments. It's not even Facebook Messenger. The best way, like that Facebook will see, whoa, these people actually have a relationship with each other. They need to see each other's stuff, is the engagement right there on the page, in your comments, which I thought was huge. So you guys, this is something I'm going to be practicing. Again, I want you to be patient, okay? I'm going to be patient with myself, because this has been a little bit of my downfall, is I get so excited about stuff, and I'm going to do this, and we're going to do this, and here's a new way of doing things, but it doesn't get quite the results because, it's newer and it takes time for things to work, and then I'm like, that's not working, I'll do something different. Don't do that. Think about what we tell our customers and our new ambassadors with our product, okay? We are not about quick fixes, right? So for some of us, if we make this little change, you might start seeing results immediately. Just like when you start taking our products. I felt great day one, right? But some people, it might take a couple of weeks, especially if you've been an infomercial this whole time. It takes a while, a few weeks even, for that to switch, okay? So you need to make sure that you're not just giving it a day or two and it didn't work out the way, people aren't still watching, so I'm just not even gonna try. Don't do that, okay? You owe it to yourself. You are not in here for a quick fix. You're in here for a lifetime of financial freedom and time freedom, and you're building a business. So you need to take the time to really learn how to do it correctly. That's what I'm doing, you guys. I'm being honest with you. The last few months, I've been a little afraid. I've been thinking, what am I doing wrong? Am I letting my team down? We're just not having the same growth that we did in the past. And you guys, I haven't slowed down, ever. I've never once given up. But the same things I've always been doing just have not been producing the same results. And you know why? I really believe this is the reason why. It's because Facebook changed the way we're doing it. Our people have moved to something different. Manhattan moved to Philadelphia, and we need to move along with it if we want to continue to grow. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer. I want to help you. I'm excited about this. You owe it to yourself to really give it some time. I plan on doing this every time before my post. I'm going to try it out, and I'm going to give it all the way to January and see what happens, okay? So have a great day. If there's anything I could do to be a help to you, then please let me know, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.